The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, we want to read in serialized data from a file and be able to use that data. So let's see how we're going to do that. As always, these files are available for download using a link provided below in the description. We'll pause for a couple seconds so you can download it, and then we'll get started. All right, so let's get started. We have set up our try catch and the filing statements because we kind of have an idea of what we're going to need to do to open a file and stuff like that. However, it's a little bit different. We're not going to use the input file reader or buffer reader or anything like that. We're going to need to use an object stream reader. So let's take a look at that and come over here and say object input stream. And I'm going to call this iOS just for simplicity's sake. And we're going to set that equal to null. Of course, our reason for doing that is for when we try to use that in the filing, Java needs it to at least be set to null here. Where we're actually going to create that object is inside of our initial try. So iOS equals new object input stream. We're going to need a new file input stream in order for this to work. So I'm going to say new file input stream, and then we're going to give a string for the file that's going to be read in. So quotes, and then I'm going to say data.ser because that's what we used before. So here we have our file input stream. It's being fed into the object input stream, which is real important for us. Next, we're going to say AI equals, and we need to cast this as an account info. So inside parentheses, I'm going to put account info, OIS dot read object. Read object is just going to read the next object inside that file. If I wrote 4 times that file, then I can read 4 times from that file. Now we only put 1 in. It doesn't know how many we put in. It just knows, hey, read the next one. So I'm going to close that. Now, when I put a semicolon there, notice it automatically gives an error. If I hover over this, there's a new exception that I'm not catching that it needs to know about, which is a class not found exception. Basically, I say, what happens if this is the wrong class or the wrong class type? So I'm simply going to come over here and say catch. The catch is going to be class not found exception, CNFE. So we need to handle this catch in some way that we could expect, right into a log file maybe. Maybe we would send something to the end user. Maybe we do both. We're going to leave that up to your discretion. At this point, we've opened our object input stream. We've read in the file. We have it stored in account info. And then I'm going to come right here and say system.out println AI dot, and I'm going to give here the get bank info. This is a method that's part of AI and lets it work. Okay. Finally, we have a try catch in our finally section, and so we're going to need to say OIS dot close. This is something that could throw an exception, which is why we have that try catch there. Very, very simple to do. Save this and run it. And when I run it, you're going to notice the information that was put in there initially. Bob Smith, the account number, that is all there just as we expect. Now, I have in here get bank account info. What happens if I put in the other method, dot get private info? Let me run that real quick. And notice it's going to print out the social security number. However, the social security number is null. Why? Because that's transient data. That means it's not stored as part of the serialized information. So this is a real quick and easy way to make sure that, hey, only the data that I wanted saved was saved. Hopefully this example of reading in as serialized data was helpful to you. If so, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more information on how to get better at programming.